Hello everyone, and welcome to a new Dauntless video. We are working our way through this Dark Harvest event, and Halloween is just around the corner. I just want to give a really big welcome to all the new subscribers who've joined since the release of my last Dark Harvest video, so thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. Now I really hope everyone's enjoying this event and all it has to offer. I certainly am. I'm enjoying farming those harvest tokens and buying as much as I can before the event ends. I'm enjoying the festivities on the streets of Ramsgate, and I'm also enjoying playing with old and new friends. I will be playing a lot of Dauntless on the build up to Halloween and after. If you would like to add me in game, please feel free to do so. It's Dragonlorn in game. If you are looking for a guild, it's the Unseen Coven. I'll send an invite your way if you would like that. We're not the biggest or best guild, but we do have big plans for the big Dauntless 2.0 Awakening update coming out. Now it's because of my last video that I've decided to make this one. In my last video a lot of questions were raised about specifically translating the Unseen language. This is something that a lot of people were quite confused about, and other people quite frankly just didn't have the time to work it out. I provided a rough guide on how to translate this, however I never talked about the specific quests and how you meet the objectives. Now I'm aware that there's many other channels that have done this, I'm aware there's many Reddit posts out there, please feel free to go and check them out. There's some wonderful content creators out there in the Dauntless community. I do highly recommend it, however because I enjoy translating this language so much, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I know I'm a little bit slow in getting to the point sometimes, it's just the way I am, but fear not, if you're just looking for a simple step-by-step instructions on how to complete the unseen translatable quests, I'll leave a very quick summary at the end of this video. You can skip straight to that, it'll give you a direct guide on how to complete these quests and what the objectives are. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so gather round Unseen Initiates, and let's do some research into this translatable language. Now, I have to be honest, when I started doing the research on this video, it led down a bit of a rabbit hole. I get caught up in the information, history, lore, backgrounds, previous events. There's so much to explore with this Unseen language. And if I was going to explore it all, well, quite frankly, I wouldn't get this video done on time. So no, we're going to stick to the agenda, we're going to focus specifically on these Unseen translatable event quests, and I figured I'll return to the Unseen language in a future lore video. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to go and check out some of my lore playlists. I have an enormous catalogue of lore videos where we explore all the background information, the hidden details, which makes the world of Dauntless a far more three-dimensional place which so many players aren't actually aware of. Okay, so the Unseen translatable rumours, which are found at this hidden quest board at the back of Ramsgate and are unlockable after you find the unseen gifts which are located throughout Ramsgate. If you're not sure where that is, or where those are, I'll leave a link in the description to my previous video where I share exactly that. Now once you see these quests, if this is something you would like to translate and work out for yourself, I'll leave another link in the description as to where you can find the Translator online. And here is an excerpt from my previous video on exactly how to translate this language yourself. With use of the online translator, we can work out what this little objective prompt is right here. The first sign matches up with F, the second one with A, and then we have C, and then E, T, then H, then E, and then we have D, and then A, and R, and finally K, all coming together to read out Face the Dark. Not an exact description of how to complete this rumour, but it does provide a riddle, and there's more information here you can read up on. Okay, so for those of you that don't have the time to work out these translations, or have worked out the translations but don't understand what the actual riddles and objectives are, let's work that out now. Okay, so Dark Harvest Unseen Rumour 1 reads out as such. This step is first, as was the first of our summons. Unseen, unrestrained. The darkest harvest, shadows reaped, terrors leaped. Angry, red, stalking shadow. Unseen, unrestrained. Stopped by the mortar. Tripped by the missile. Unseen, unrestrained. Okay, so how the hell do we work this out? Well, you're looking for keywords in this sentence. It's not easy, but if you look closely you'll find clues on the objectives. Stalking shadow, for example. That could be reminiscent of a certain behemoth, maybe a rift stalker. Angry and red, could that mean enraged? Further to this, the word stopped or tripped make me think to interrupt a behemoth, and the terms mortar and missiles. Now being that the warpike is my second most used weapon, that's instantly what I thought of the missile attack with the Warpike. I've seen a lot of people that would maybe think repeaters or grenades, but no, I initially thought the Warpike missile attack, and that is correct. So in summary, to complete this objective, you're going to need to interrupt an enraged Riftstalker with a Warpike. Okay, so now the second Dark Harvest Rumour. This step is next. The latest summons. Tired Eye, Watchful Eye, Sleepless Night. Of 7 choices elemental, only one can strike true and pierce the tired. Watchful Eye of night itself, eyes tired, eyes watchful, nights sleepless, 7 choices, 1 foolish, 1 unlucky, 1 true. My goodness, working out the riddle for this one was really not easy for me, but I eventually found it. Okay, so again, looking for keywords, the latest summons points to the Bloodshot Shroud, because back when these quests launched, the Bloodshot Shroud was the newest Umbral Behemoth. The next words that really stood out to me was 1 foolish. Now what would be a foolish move against a Bloodshot Shroud? Well, using the wrong element of weapon, of course. But to summarise this objective, for the second Dark Harvest Rumour, you have to slay a Bloodshot Shroud with an Umbral weapon. Very simple when put like that. I think it's just getting the right words out of such a long sentence that I really struggled with originally. Okay, so Rumour 3. Devote yourself to the night, my acolyte. Devote yourself to the god beneath the mountain. Cat's eyes, crow's feet, warm heart, lizard arms. Command the darkness, pull the shadows up from the ground, show the god beneath the mountain your devotion. Show the god beneath the mountain how you command the shadow. Okay, this one I need a little bit of help with online. Cat's eyes is the Riftstalker helmet, crow's feet is the Shroud's boots, warm heart is the Thrax chest, and lizard arms is the Drask gloves. All of these you have to have equipped, as well as Command the Darkness, which refers to the Revenant Omnicell, which you also have to have equipped. Okay, so the next bit I was able to work out by myself, the god between the mountain, which it keeps referring to over and over again. Now that's got to be a legendary behemoth, and because it's the Dark Harvest, it's probably going to be the Umbral one, you guessed it, the Thrax. So to summarise, you need to slay the Thrax while using the Riftstalker helmet, the Thrax chest, the Drask gloves, the Shroud boots, and the Revenant Omnicell. Good luck coming up with a good build for that. Right, so Rumour 4. The night is for the lonely, until we come together. The night is for the lonely, the quiet and the haunted. The night is for the lonely, until we all become it. As lightning, hot and crackled, turns to deepest night. As tooth, spike, and claw, charged with fury, turn to the deepest night. As thorn and vine, vital and hearty, turn to the deepest night. So do we all, one at a time, one way or another, turn to the deepest night. So I got this one straight away. After reading it back to myself, it just kinda made sense to me. So looking at the sentences, until we become it, and turn to the deepest night, makes me think of something turning into something else. Again, we're focusing so much on Umbral with these rumours, it's going to make you think something shadow touched by chance. So you guessed it, you're going to be slaying shadow touched behemoths, and for this objective specifically, it's the shadow touched Koshai, the shadow touched Nezaga, and the shadow touched Drask. Okay, so the final rumour translates as such: heavier heads that wear the crowns, ice queens and kings of mountains old, heavy are the heads, even as they roll. But some of us know of a way to be crowned by the shadow, some of us know of a way to be loved by the shadow. They think they can stop us, they think they are winning, some of us know they're playing their part perfectly. Play yours, Acolyte. And for me, it was an immediate giveaway. The word crown made me think of the Dark Harvest crown. Yes, that infamous crown which has caused so much trauma and torment to so many players throughout the Dauntless community. That is what you're going to have to get to complete this final rumour. To get the crown, which is no small task, as we've talked about, you have to take part in the hunt, the Unseen Summons Nevermore, where you have to not only defeat the Bloodshot Shroud, but you have to defeat it with 7 of those 8 braziers lit, which is very difficult to do for so many different players. I managed to get it last year, which was a huge challenge to me, and I've left some tips and tricks on how I managed that in my previous Dark Harvest video. So by completing these individual rumours, you're going to be rewarded quite well. You're going to be given a decent amount of rams, a good amount of harvest coins, a generous offering of ether sparks, and most importantly, that Dark Harvest Unseen Hunt Pass. Okay, so to quickly summarise each of the objectives for each of these Dark Harvest rumours. Rumour 1, interrupt an enraged Riftstalker with a Warpike. Rumour 2, slay a Bloodshot Shroud with an Umbral weapon. Rumour 3, and definitely the most difficult one to decipher, slay a Thrax while using the Riftstalker helmet, the Thrax chest, the Drask gloves, the Shroud boots, and equipping the Revenant Omnicell. Rumour 4, you need to slay a Shadow Touch Koshai, a Shadow Touch Nezaga, and a Shadow Touch Drask. And finally Rumour 5, which is definitely the most difficult one to complete if you haven't already done so, and to do it you need to unlock the Dark Harvest Crown, which you do so by completing the Unseen Summons Nevermore, but specifically killing that Bloodshot Shroud with 7 of the 8 braziers lit. So that is my guide on how to complete the translatable Rumour quests for the Dark Harvest event. I think translating the unseen language for these rumours was very enjoyable, but it gets much more difficult when you're trying to decipher what the riddles are. But I do hope this was helpful. There was many people in the comment section of my previous video asking for exactly this. But that'll about do it for today. Thank you to all my Unseen Acolyte friends for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, join the chat in the comment section below. But until next time, see you later.